It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag Utah Jazz.
It's pretty cool. I don't even know if I get like a trophy or anything, but it's pretty cool just, kind of seeing my hard work paying off and with little accolades like these. But I mean, Summer League's over now, and as fun as that was with, how well I played, now it's next step mentality, next play mentality with next goals with the season.
Kyle Filipowski, the Las Vegas Summer League MVP, played 3 games in Vegas. Averaged 29 points, 7.7 boards, and 2.3 assists. If you play 3 out of 5 games, 3 out of 6 games, 60, 50% of the appearances, that's good enough. Because I know you got to play 65 games to be MVP in the regular season. The NBA. Bring out your car on the weekend. Keep that classic old, 50, 60, 70-year-old Roadster in the garage. The convertible. Protect it from the weather. Drive it on the weekend. Take it down to the water. Depending on where you live, river, lake, ocean. Drive around, look good. Then put it right back in the garage and keep it there for another week.
I'm a little surprised that he won.
Because he only played 3 games?
Well, the Jazz only won 1 game. And I know he led in scoring, but...
And you demand victories in the Summer League. If you're going to give individual honors, you got to go to the best teams. I like it. Like the way you think, Christian. Have to be held accountable for winning.
Good performances from Flip, though.
Of course, they lost an epic game that he was out of his mind in, but they didn't have the ball last. 35 points, 11 rebounds against the Spurs. Shot 62% from 3. It's only a 3-game sample. How bad is his defense? I don't want to talk about it. Look at the way he can score the ball. We do that in the draft, but we just keep doing it. I've asked multiple people here, local media, crossing paths with him, different events, and you think, he just can't defend. Yeah, but he can score it. Do you know anybody who's in the NBA because they can score it, even though they don't defend that well? Now he's on vacation. They get a little break, and then back at it. Playing basketball year-round. I wonder if that adds up to all these injuries we see. Plenty of, and I was talking to a media member about that yesterday, who was hanging out with an old-time player. Who was like, this is all wrong. They're wearing these guys out in the summer. That's why they're breaking down in the winter. They literally need time off, but they're all making money, and they've got these facilities, and they can't just go away and do nothing and look at the owner and say, we went away and did nothing, even if it would be the best thing. So you got 30 teams and 30 glorious facilities running guys all summer long. DJ PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Game 5, the moment happens where I shot fake Chet and I just kind of fall. And right there, I felt a pull in the back of my calf. Now that's all I'm thinking about all game. That's what I'm concerned about is my leg. I get an MRI again the next day. Now I have a calf strain, and I meet with the whole front office, our whole organization, a lot of doctors who are much smarter than me, who tell me that I have a calf strain. I got some more swelling in the area, and if it was the regular season, that I would have to sit a couple weeks. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, as long as you guys don't tell me, absolutely you can't play, we're going to keep you in your house. I'm going to play. It's the NBA Finals. What are we talking about? Go to Game 6. I got to pass basically a calf stress test, like an Achilles stress test that I pass, and go play the game. We win by a lot, so I only had to play 23 minutes. So honestly, after the game, my calf wasn't even bothering me after Game 6, to be completely honest with you. After Game 6, I'm like, it's done. The calf thing, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, adrenaline's going to get to me. I'm going to be good. So I go to Game 7. I feel nothing. I feel great going into the game. I think that's why I had such a great start to the game, and my body felt great. And then obviously that happens in the end, unfortunately. But I felt great going into Game 7. It's just unfortunately what happened.
That was going to be a really long bite. There was, I could hear like 800 edits in there. That was really tightened up right there. Did you have to do that, or did they send it to you that way?
TikTok. The glory of TikTok.
The glory of TikTok. There it is. Well, I find that interesting. On the one hand, yeah, we know how that all played out. But what he felt and the way he interchangeably used calf and Achilles. We have talked about that before, about guys hurt Achilles as a calf injury. It could be Achilles. It's highly speculative. But look at the way he just toggles back and forth. And the foot bone's connected to the knee bone. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, it could be a calf, but as soon as I hear calf, I start thinking Achilles. and listen to him toggle back and forth, and that there were a lot of doctors who were smarter than him. As for what happened to him, we know what happened to him, but it really tells us how it happens to NBA guys. And it's happened here. We saw Mehmet occur here, and there were all kinds of warning signs before Mehmet went down. Oh, he's not feeling good in the calf, and but he's going to play through it. Stockton him alone, grind it out, and then boom. And now Tyrese Haliburton is out for most, if not all, of the upcoming season. For me, it'd just be all season. Wouldn't rush him back, but they want to come back, and we'll see where the Pacers are when he's finally cleared. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Obviously, I have self goals, and that's being the first 4,000-yard passer in Bears history. That's a goal of mine. 70% completion that helps the team, keeps us on the field, puts us in better positions. And then other than that, just trying to go down and score the most points that we can with each drive that we have. So that's kind of my self goal. And obviously, other than that, you got to go win. That's success for me. That's success for the team. That's all we wish for and all I wish for.
Stepping away as general manager ever been even a momentary consideration for you through the years?
Yes. Momentary.
How long a moment?
Now, we're getting down to it. Small fractions of seconds, I promise you that. As you know, you see it, I'm in Senior Bowls, combines, all of that. All of that melds into a real good feeling about where we are, so that I'm not sitting up there throwing darts about a player.
Which is odd, because everyone thinks you're sitting there throwing darts about a player. But Jerry Jones was honest right there. Loves to be in the spotlight, loves to talk, and we love people who talk, so can't be too critical of that. And I thought he was honest. Oh, I've thought about it. Moments of seconds, fractions of a second. Yeah, I thought about it right before he said, no chance. Absolutely not. Which, of course, is why the Cowboys aren't going to go to the Super Bowl and they aren't going to go to the NFC title game, right? That's why they got 3 decades of this. Guess who's been calling the shots for 3 decades? Caleb Williams, heard him say his goal is to be the first 4,000-yard passer in Bears history. One word comes to mind. Inconceivable. I don't want to go all Princess Bride on you here, but inconceivable. There were 6 4,000-yard passers in the NFL last season. 6. And there were another 5 who were within shouting distance, 150 yards or less away. I'd have to go back and look at each one of them. Did they sit one game or one half or whatever? It's 150 yards. That didn't take very long. And the Bears have never had one. People have been putting up 4,000-yard seasons. Joe Namath, I think, was the first to do it. But it's been pretty routine for the last 40 years. You get to the mid-'80s, everybody's throwing the ball. By then, the whole Air Coryell thing in San Diego has happened. Joe Montana's gone berserk. John Elway's on the scene. Dan Marino's on the scene. It's like for 40 years now. And the Bears haven't had one. Inconceivable. Well, I guess that is a good goal. And if he gets to 4,000 yards, then they can't all be empty yards and empty stats, right? I know stats are for losers, blah, blah, blah. But, at 4,000 yards, you got to win something. Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson. Those are the 6 who got to 4,000 yards last year. Now, you got really good teams, obviously, in Kansas City, Philadelphia, and Buffalo who didn't get there. Josh Allen was at 3,700 yards. You can be a great quarterback and not throw for 4,000 yards. Mahomes, 39-28. He's one of those guys, he missed by 72 yards. Man, for the Chiefs, that's just a couple of drops, and they had 1 million of them. If not for the drops, Mahomes would have been the 7th guy. So Williams ought to get there. But more importantly, they need a winning record. And in this new format where we have 7 teams going to the playoffs, a winning record, you're definitely in the race and you're probably in. You might miss. You might get knocked out on a tiebreaker. But it seems pretty unlikely.
Tough division, too.
It is a tough division. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Maybe Minnesota's taking a step back here, but there's really no reason to think Green Bay or Detroit should take a big step back. Detroit might, just because 15-2 is hard to do again. Seattle went 10-7 last year and missed the playoffs. That'd be the best team that was out. And the Bengals at 9-8 missed. But other than that, you get a winning record. You're pretty much there. Washington Commanders standout receiver Terry McLaurin failed to report to training camp on Tuesday. He's got 1 year left on his current deal. By not reporting, McLaurin will be fined $50,000 for every day missed. And of course, once he signs, it'll be for so much money he won't care about that, or they'll forgive part or all of it. Because that's usually how that works out. He has not said publicly what sort of contract he's looking for. He did say he wants to feel valued.
Don't we all?
Again, the line for feeling valued starts right over there. And it stretches all the way down the street and around the corner and then further back than that. He's good. Is he, I mean, does he want to pay? I mean, we don't know. That's the whole point of him not saying. You know, does he want to be paid like he's the best? Statistically, he's the top 20. He's number 15, but don't think you're going to pay him like Justin Jefferson. But he knows he can be paid right now because the quarterback's on his rookie deal. So if he's going to get paid, now's the time, because the next time he signs a contract, the money will be much tighter. So go get it right now. They were just in the NFC title game, and his agent's telling him they're going to feel it. They got to have you in there. They got to go to the Super Bowl. This is their chance. Here we go. And his agent would probably be right. Vegas. The Raiders signed his safety Jamal Adams, reuniting him with Pete Carroll after the two spent 4 seasons together in Seattle. Adams going into his 9th year in the NFL. He's only played 39 of a possible 84 games since 2020. So make sure that contract's heavy on the bonuses. Heavy on the bonuses. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
First pitch. And Matthews hits it in the air and deep to left field. It sends back Gurriel looking up. See you later! A go-ahead 2-run homer for Bryce Matthews.
First pitch to Rice. Swung on a high fly ball. Deep right field. Giving up on it is Berger. That game is a 5-4 lead for the Yankees as Ben Rice turns one around.
Here comes the 2-2. Swung on, blasted, lift off right field. This one is going to go. It is out of here. Cal Raleigh, number 39 on the season, and he has given the Mariners the lead with one big swing.
Harris fires, and that ball is hit high and deep to right field. Thomas going back. He's at the wall, and it is gone. Into the Rangers bullpen. Corey Seager with a 3-run home run.
3 big runs as the Rangers beat the Athletics 6-2, the final score. Also in there, you heard Cal Raleigh, number 39, tops in the major leagues by 3. Aaron Judge is sitting on 36 home runs. Not only did it give him the lead, it was the only run of the game. That solo homer was the difference. Mariners won, Brewers nothing. Milwaukee's 11-game win streak comes to an end. Although they've been playing awesome baseball for a couple months now. Just off the charts. Catching the Cubs and really catching everybody in the National League. Now, the Cubs won yesterday. They beat the Royals 6-0, so those two tied atop the National League Central. It looks like a good race, although the way they're going, you know, with the new, more forgiving playoff format here, they'll both be in. But somebody will get a bye, and somebody will have to play in that little mini wild card series. So, Cubs and Brewers, first 2 teams in baseball to 60 wins, along with Detroit. They're the best record in the American League. All right, you middle-aged former athletes, rally around your hero. Rich Hill, 45 years old, pitching in the big leagues. 3 runs on 6 hits over 5 innings. He's back for another year. 90 pitches. That's a lot of pitches. These days, didn't used to be. Used to be nothing. Didn't used to be a big deal till they got to 100, but 90 is now a lot, and 5 innings is a lot, so... Hey, for Kansas City there, have him eat up some innings. Somebody's got to pitch the innings. Can't have every game be a bullpen game. We see a lot of teams do that, and at some point it wears out their bullpens. And the Dodgers are talking about rock bottom because the bullpen gave up 6 runs over 2 innings. And they lost 10-7. Minnesota beating LA in LA. The Dodgers have dropped 11 of 14. Billion-dollar payroll, all that excitement, and the Dodgers are struggling. And the Dodgers, in a related note, still lead the division by 3.5 games. So how bad is it really? I mean, it's a bad 2 weeks. Well, it's more than that because the All-Star break, this slump goes on both sides of the All-Star break. But nonetheless, they're still sitting on 59 wins. They've got they can take on a little more water before that thing starts to sink. Bees beat Albuquerque 3-0. Game 1 of their 6-game series. Fireworks tomorrow night. Game 2 tonight, 7 o'clock. You can listen to it live right here on The Zone. DJ PK.
Hashtag RSL.
One more. There you go. Luna nails 2 of his last 3, up to 25 points he goes.
Diego Luna representing RSL in the All-Star Skills Challenge last night. It's All-Star Week in the MLS. They had a goal, and they have these you probably saw it on social media. They have these like big circles with a number on. You like get targets. Points. Yeah, the targets, and if you hit the target, it snaps back or it breaks, either one, and then you get points. So chipping skills, showing how accurate you can be, and the play-by-play didn't really translate to radio. That was a lot. That was off of TV from the Apple broadcast. That was a lot like Home Run Derby. Oh, look at that one. We can't. It's the radio now. All-Star game tonight, 7 o'clock, MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. Hopefully he doesn't play too much. We'll see. He's played a lot of minutes, a lot of travel. You wonder about his body holding up. Even if there's no, major injury, just explosiveness, and just fatigue, and you just can't run. And we've seen good teams run out of gas late in the season. It's happened multiple times to multiple teams. And Diego Luna has been really good, but how many miles can they put on his legs? We'll find out tonight. Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba have not shown up. If they don't show up, they're going to get suspended 1 game. Messi's looking at All-Star games like, what is this? This is only a thing in the United States. What are we doing here? Making money. That's what we're doing. It's a big corporate outing. People pay a lot of stuff for this. Average people don't tend to get to go to them. Big corporate outing. All right, DJ PK, that is what is trending. There are your headlines brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Coming up this morning, 8 o'clock, Travis Hansen will join us. He is now officially at BYU, so that's why he passed on the Hawks. Is he assistant or associate athletic director? I can't remember which is better.
Associate.
I think that's better, right? That's higher standing. Associate athletic director. And he's running the NIL game, which the rules are changing by the minute. Got different questions for him yesterday than today because stuff's been changing. We'll talk with Travis Hansen at 8 o'clock about his new role at BYU. Gary Smith, Tulane beat reporter for NOLA.com, will join us at 8:30. Jake Retzlaff, how much will we see of him? Bo Smolka, Ravens beat writer for Press Box. Bo's going to join us at 9 o'clock to talk about the NFC North. Really good rivalries. I saw the talking heads on some podcast or TV show or whatever. Is it a problem the NFL doesn't have rivalries? What do you mean the NFL doesn't have rivalries? You ever watch Green Bay play Chicago? I've never lived in that part of the country. I know that's a rivalry. The Rams and Niners could have been a rivalry if the Rams didn't move all over the place to St. Louis and back. What are they doing? Now, even when it's in L.A., there's a gazillion Niner fans showing up. And that NFC North, they've got rivalries. Cincinnati and Cleveland, Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Good rivalries there. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Plenty of rivalries in that division. We'll talk with Bo at 9 o'clock. It's a Win Ticket Wednesday. We'll give away tickets to see Jason Aldean in the 8 o'clock hour. He's going to be at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater July 26th. We will give those tickets away the 26th. That's in 3 days. I've been reading these summer concert things forever. And it's here now in 3 days. So if you want to see Jason Aldean this weekend, stick around. In the 8 o'clock hour, we'll give away the tickets. Question of the day coming up next. Stay with us.